Hi everyone, here is my first video on custom NPCs. Today it's going to be a short tutorial on how to create a boss with multiple phases quite easily without having to use any scripts, either if you do not know how to use scripts or if you have any issue on mods that do not work with custom NPC scripts as I do. And so here is a quick tutorial. So first off, I'm going to show you how it looks in action, and then it will be the tutorial. I'm going to explain how it actually works. So let's try this boss fight. You enter, and bam, the first boss appears, then the second one, and finally the third one, which is the third form of the boss. He died, and as you can see, the fight is over, and only the last one gave us something. So now that I've shown you how it looked, let's see how it works. So as you can see, there is right over here a tiny NPC, and this is the NPC that I use to let the boss spawn. So it was invisible. As you can see, he is invisible. So when you are fighting, when you are doing the fight, you can see him because he is not an actual enemy. So I made a tiny mistake when creating the boss fight, as you have seen, because he actually attacked me. If you saw it. So I think that we can, I don't know if we put him on nothing, on the action unfound enemy, if we put it on the nothing option, I don't really know what happens. I don't know if he triggers the boss fight. So let's try. It do. Okay, so it does. So it's perfect. It's perfect. So you just put him in on the nothing. So as soon as he will find an enemy, he won't do anything. He will just spawn the boss. So this way there won't be the problem that was when I just fought. So this NPC is quite simple. As you can see, I made it as tiny as I could. I made it invisible, and you do not have to care at all about his settings, about his statistics. It doesn't matter. What you can do is to put his move speed to 0 to make him do nothing when an enemy is found, as I did. And also you can change some of his settings so that he won't take any damage. So you put his knockback resistance to 100%, same for arrows, melee or explosion type damage. You can also boost his health and make sure he can respawn. So you put his respawn as big as you want, the timer as big as you want. It really depends on what type of creature you're creating or how long you want your boss to respawn. Also, you can put his melee strength on 0, this way he won't do any damage, and make sure he's immune to fire, to potion, to that he can't drone, and that he won't take any fall damage. You can also boost his health regen. This shouldn't be, all of these shouldn't have any real matter. It's just if there is any problem with the boss fight, to make sure that this NPC won't be affected by the issue. So now let's get to the core. So in advanced you can see the role and here the job. So as a job he's a spawner, and I think that by now you have understood how the fight works. So the way it works in 1.12.2 the custom NPC mod is quite buggy with this job. So you have to make sure you put the NPCs you want to be the boss phases in the one of two of the numbers that are what over here. What I mean is that the first one won't work, the third one won't, and the fifth one won't. It is if you pick this option. So by picking this option, I make sure that the NPCs that the NPCs that he's going to spawn will be spawning in the order that is set right over here. So by putting one by one, I make sure that he will first spawn the NPC that is on his second slot, then the one that is on the fourth, and in the end the one that is on the sixth. Also make sure you pick the fact that he dies after all his spawns die. This way you will make sure that he will have to respawn, and so that the players will have some time to pick the loot before the boss to respawn. So make sure he dies, and then his respawn time will be the time before the boss actually respawns. This spawns on target lost. I picked yes, but you can do whatever you want. I think yes is the best option, because if someone is fighting the boss on the first and he dies after, so he kills the boss on his first phase, the second phase appears, and then the player dies, it would mean that the boss would be stuck on second phase, and this is not ideal, except if you are creating a single player map and you don't want the player to restart the fight if he dies. I mean to restart from the beginning. Also, so now that it's said, make sure you do not have anything in loot or XP, we do not care. So now, what you are going to do is to create these boss phases. So as you might have understood, these are three separate NPCs. So there is the angry one, the very angry, and in the end, the even more angry one. So how do they work? First off, about the statistics, you can do whatever you want. Make sure you put respawn on false, on no, more precisely, to avoid any problem. Because of the fact that he will be summoned, so you do not want him to respawn. About his resistance and all that, you can act however you want. Yeah, also if I were you, I wouldn't give any loot on the first phase, so that you make sure that the player won't have any loot or nor any experience before they have killed the full boss, but you can act as you want. The most important thing, as I said, was to put it on false, on the respawn. And that's about it. And then you can edit the phases as you want. And then you just have to save them, book, and to put them inside your spawner job. Make sure, as I said, that you fill in all of the options, and that you make sure that the second, the fourth, and the sixth will be the ones where the actual boss phases will be, because there will be the only ones that will be spawned. I don't know how it works with the random solution. I don't know if there is the same bug. I doubt about it, but I will let you try it. And all it will just spawn each and every NPC, so it's not the best. So I like to keep it on one by one because it's how it works the best. So there you go. I hope the tutorial have been really useful to you, and I will try to post a new tutorial as soon as I can, which will be about the way to create zones, text on the screen of players as soon as they enter it. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time. Bye.